National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. Off we go from Cleveland. On the return, it's Brandon Codrington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in the upper echelon category?
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Buffalo.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the ground, this is James Cook. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and they lost of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
The pass taken in by Knox. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Allen on 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Browns, nothing.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still go, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. 3rd down, they need 5. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football as they come up to face 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
Automatic first down.
First and 10. Here's Ford. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Cole Bishop up to make the play.
6-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down and 8. Flacco to throw. He'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
8 yards.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is Flacco. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Start this drive. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Gain of 12. And the Bills first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd and a couple, here's Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Play action. It's Allen. This one caught right side by Knox. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. And we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Again, it's Allen to the air. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And third down coming up.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Putting the tight end in motion. Third down, it's Allen. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. In motion, Shakir. To throw again, it's Allen. Aside that open man is Knox. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To the air once more is Allen. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Cook. Touchdown! What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Extra point try by Bass. He's got it. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0.
14. Browns, nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. DeAndre Carter on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. Now, here comes the screen for 4. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It is a big play for the Browns. 38 yards.
Simply put, you just have to be more disciplined along the back end, Mike, especially when you're playing against a quarterback like this. I mean, his ability to identify mismatches so quickly and then target them with the ball, you've got to take away that space, change up your looks, and as a result now, they're going to test your red zone defense.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Flacco to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Johnson, touchdown Browns.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And The Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Browns 7.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Judkins to begin the drive. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches. Up the middle. Here's Ford. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Browns first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They bring Judy in motion. On the ground, Judkins. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's caught by 4. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The Browns getting their punting team out there. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He's to the 25. Yeah! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It is a big run by Cook. 37 yards.
And the Bills first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Samuel has it on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They bring the tight end in motion. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. It'll be a short pickup. Down to the 22. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down, they need 7. Allen working from the pistol. He's got it at the 7. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Pass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead.
Round 7.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. Here comes Ford on the return. She'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Throwing, Flacco. And down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Flacco to throw. Here's a screen set up for Ford. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Going deep downfield for Judy, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he will score. Game on. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, they are picking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Browns draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, it's LaVisca Chenault. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Buffalo.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Once again, it's Cook. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
But up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Bills send out Brad Robbins to punt. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get through.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
To throw is Flacco. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You've got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now we'll get a timeout in Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
On the play. 1st down, Bills.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Allen down to a knee, and that should do it. So a road win here for the Bills. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.